Is it the name of our heir?
Yeah.
No.
Say no.
Nope.
Well, in any case, I wasn't on service anyway. But
Nope.
yeah, he was probably on the neurosurgery service. But oh goodness, scary.
He's doing much better. Oh shit! I don't even have the thing open yet.
Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelancer writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I'm joined as always by my good friends, Chris, playing the Noir Detective, Human Inquisitive Rogue Wizard Mannix.
Hello.
Heather playing the Dark Death Dealer, Half-Drow Assassin Rogue Kaless.
Hello.
Shell playing the Deepwater Diva, Triton Bard of Whispers, Gillian.
The Deepwater Diva, is that new?
It is new.
It's new. I like it.
Remind me to read your character poem at the break time. I've got another poem, and that was the title of it. And I was like, that's so good. I'm literally using it for my new intro. By Jason, the poems. Raymond playing the Heedlessly Brave Turtle Battle Master Fighter Rogue George.
Hello.
And Reese playing the undead-hating, animal-loving hill dwarf Druid of the Moon Theron.
Hello.
We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. You can catch up on previous episodes on my YouTube page, as well as read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes, no players allowed live series, Crafting Annihilation, on Thursday mornings. If you would like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/roguewatson. Shout out to my platinum patrons, Andrew, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Nick, and Rivzung, and gold patrons, RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy, Anuma, Marcos de Vicente Gilberto, Sean A.K., Cert2B, Adam, Deadlers Lounge, and Sam. Thank you all very much for your support. It was also really fun meeting some of the patrons, meeting for the first time on our DM roundtable. Yesterday, we recorded the October ones. That was really cool.
Oh, you got some new folks in there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Especially because we recorded in afternoon time, so we got some of the different time zone people in there, which was cool.
Ah, okay.
For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation. The brutal
I
battle.
did not get Rochelle killed.
That's true.
Hey, good job.
That is very true. In fact,
Nobody. Yeah, she's pretty good.
Gillian did pretty solid.
The brutal battle among the caves of Hrakhamar continued. Theron tactically repositioned to rejoin the party in the western caves, dropping a scroll of Sleet Storm behind him to harry the fire newts quite effectively. Theron, you can have a point of inspiration for dropping that. The others cleaned up the last several striders in the caves with an onslaught of magic and steel. The fire newts used their own limited fire breath to burn down Theron's vine wall, storming the other entrance, but they were met by a summoned Allosaurus in their path and had lined up perfectly for a Gillian windwall/air hockey floor to come crashing down upon them. Through careful teamwork, the party beat back the amphibious soldiers, sending the rest into a full-on retreat back toward the armory. Though some of the party wanted to pursue them, they began pulling back as well, leaving both sides to lick their wounds and plan their next move. I do have a recap poem I can read as well. This is a Paean for Triumphant Heroes by Jason Scott, who is the writer of all our awesome poems. The Fire Newts thought they had won. They had our heroes outnumbered, scorched, scarred, spent, seemingly done. Hope had all but been sundered. But this is the time when valor shines. Through the faint, though that faint of heart may reel, the truly heroic greatness find, as from the dust rises the steel. Though our heroes were sorely beset in the burning halls of Hrakhamar, this challenge they steadfastly met, and above the tumult rose their star. When all signs pointed to defeat and our heroes' fate seemed sealed, Theron unleashed a storm of sleet, and Gillian her fierce power revealed. Eardrums were bloodily shattered by the Triton's sonic assault, and bones were to pieces battered by winds that forced fire newts to a halt. Theron's storm of ice and fog dampened the enemy's flame. Fire newts would not through sleet slog, and their inferno was made tame. The fiery foes with the sword, George and Kaless a path carved, despite facing a disciplined horde of ferocity. They were not starved. Ferocity, I meant to say. Mannix brandishing his minty wand sent missiles blasting through some foes, and with the aim known throughout the land, dispatched a fire newt to its repose. His octopus was quite hardy, but otherwise defective. His deadly owl was to the fight tardy and would have been more effective. The fire newts are heroes beset with all the heat they possibly could, but when it was as bad as it could get, our heroes boldly withstood. And who doubted our heroes' might or wondered if this curse could break, have just been quite the sight of what wonders our heroes can make. So, Asarak, behold this fight, and know your doom has come. Your machinations have met their blight, and you are soon to be outdone. Awesome
Very
job.
nice.
Thank you so much.
Not to malign your recaps at all, Eric, but these are great recaps.
I know. I'm very tempted to just replace this with the poems entirely.
Yeah, like, last time on, and then just go into a poem.
It helps when it's like all one battle too, because I feel like you can actually
Right.
succinctly recap everything within the
That's-
context of a poem pretty effectively.
Within one battle.
Yeah.
That's true.
So we'll see if there's some complicated like
That's
social things, and that'll be the next task
how
for.
that gets poemified.
Yeah, if you can poemify that one, it'll be next. All right, so you all find yourselves amongst a litter of corpses in this western minecart bay area. I have since deleted all the bodies, but trust me, it is nothing but dinosaur mount bodies and fire newt bodies just all littered throughout this area. Now, currently, you are technically out of combat, but right near enemies can see you, and you can see enemies. I believe when we last left off, Theron was guiding his summoned Allosaurus to kind of give chase, or at least provide some kind of cover. But otherwise, you all can tell me what you would like to do at this point. It looks like the fire newts are pretty... they have retreated. There's a door in this northern section of the smelter they retreated into, but obviously this middle section is open. You can see kind of a forge beyond, and they still seem to be very adamantly watching the smelter area.
Can they see me from this far away?
Yes, but that is also partially because I believe at least one of you has a giant light source on.
Okay. I flick them off.
Okay. George will agree with the party. All right. It looks like their attentions are right now paid to this Allosaurus marching forward. So, I mean, technically they're still combat, but the DM is assuming you guys are going to break line of sight and pull back. If you're not, then we can talk about what you're going to do next. But
Yeah.
We can pull back a little bit, use some hit dice, and then come at them again.
Yeah. I was going to suggest we
know.
pull back. I believe straight to the south of us are some dwarves that are caged up. And I believe I suggested last time that we needed some replacement meat shields. So we could go free these, captive dwarves.
Can we not negotiate with the fire newts at all?
Try. Gillian, you speak fire newt right now, right? Do you still look like a fire newt? I don't know how long that lasts.
I think it lasts until. Hold on.
But I know you speak it right now because you got the tongues on.
you got the tongues on.
The tongues.
So
Got
many
'em on.
tongues.
Yeah, I don't think tongues requires
Yeah, I don't-
concentration.
Does it?
No, and it lasts for an hour.
Mantle of Whispers lasts for an hour.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you probably still look like them, but they also saw somebody that was looking like them, attacking them and then casting crazy spells.
What about those ones that were still caught in the sleet storm? Are they still in a sleet storm?
You don't know. You're not anywhere near the storm, and I think it's heavily obscured, so I'm not sure you'd actually be able to see in the storm. All you know is that nobody emerged from that storm into your tunnel. And obviously nobody emerged into the smelter area because you could probably see pretty far into the smelter.
We want to go try to surround the sleet storm and kill those guys before we back off? I don't know. I don't know who was in there. I didn't see any of that.
There were some What? Theron, help me remember, like 2 or 3 in there.
Uh,
I know I killed one.
yeah, something. I don't know if any more. I mean, I guess no more would have come down, but yeah, something like that.
And one featherless chicken, at least.
Yeah, we have a minute to get there
Check.
before it dissipates.
All right. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, they're gonna be enemies in our direct vicinity anyway.
I still need some hit dice.
Yeah,
so do I.
I mean, if we go after them now, I would think that they would just come back at us.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't want to leave. Like, we can go down and get those other dwarves, but we got to leave some people up here to keep them in that room as well, too. Because if they think we're just completely gone, they're going to come back out and surround that Allosaurus and kill it.
Oh, I mean, can put my Allosaurus there and
Yeah, Allosaurus.
menacing.
I'll leave the owl out there too. As when we get down there, I will as we're resting, I will sight.
Al and his owl buddy.
Owl will perch on
Al and Owl
Owl-
coming
Owl's
this Tuesday to ABC.
the owl is perched on the shoulder of your Allosaurus.
Buddy. And they're out.
Owl.
The Allosaurus is the real serious one.
That's right.
The owl is the rapscallion.
Together. Oh, boy.
Owl.
Roommates in the big city.
I've never been to the big city, Owl.
Alright.
Owl, are these your feathers on the toilet seat again?
Alright, I'll go down this other path to see, especially if we only had a minute. I'm sure it's probably dissipated by now, to see if they're still over here. So that way, I'd like to do it sneakily though, since it's kind of darkish, and I don't have any kind of a light source on. Just my drow eyes.
The drow eyes. Okay.
Gonna do a little sneaky sneak to see if these people are still down here.
Yeah, you can see the few bodies of the ones that you took out. And then you still see that sleet storm going crazy right here, and it's a really odd effect because there's lava bubbling right nearby, and these elements are just warring with each other currently. A lot of steam and smoke and strange sounds coming off. But otherwise, it's difficult to even see. You can't really see through this area because it is indeed heavily obscure. Just it looks like a blizzard localized entirely in this area. You do recall that there was the tunnel you guys came from that led to the east of here, and you can't see beyond there either. But the ones that are right in front of you, they look like dead bodies.
Okay. This guy in front of me was like one of those magey ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything good on him? Pat him down.
Yeah, you've noticed all the fire newts don't seem to have any kind of personal affectations on them at all. They seem very, very almost drone-like, with just like having carbon copy soldier equipment. Even
this magey guy?
Yeah, even the mage guys. He's just got his very disturbing, like glowing red hot, like furnace poker of a weapon, and some kind of ornamental robes.
Do any of us have a literal olive branch?
I mean, like I said, Gillian, you can speak their language if you want to try to call out to them and like negotiate some sort of surrender on their side, not our side.
Well, if we're gonna do that, we should probably take a short rest first.
Right. I'm down here near where I think the dwarf prisoners are. Do I not have a light source on me? Maybe that's why I'm seeing like nothing.
You do not.
All right, I'd like to light up some woodnuts or my lantern, whichever.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see there's these iron bars that look like they've been kind of rather hastily shoved into the cave opening here. They're giving off a very red-hot, glowing effect, and you can feel the heat coming off. And you recall last time when your owl flew by, you could definitely see the heat as if these were like literally pulled out of lava. And through the bars, you can see through both openings, you can see they each contain a small, huddled, bound, gagged, and blindfolded dwarf. It looks like it is in really bad shape.
They can't.
They're not going to be good
See,
meat shields.
No, they're not going to be. No, I'm realizing that now.
There's going to be an off button somewhere.
Right.
Can we look to see if there is some way to disable the bars without touching them? Like I said, like an off button?
The only thing you see is just a normal way to open the actual gate, but the problem is it looks like it is almost made of fire, and you recall the fire newts have no problem with fire.
So by way of opening the gate, what is it, like a handle, or how would we go about this?
Yeah, you'd have to sit there in the bar and like lift up a latch, right, kind of into the kind of reach your hand through the crossbars, and then there's a latch you have to like fold down, and that'll lift a gate. It's kind of like a fence gate, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like a thing here, and you just push it this way, right? Or does it have to be one like lifted up and moved out?
What was the first thing you said?
It was like a metal bar, for lack of a better term here, like a metal bar that you can just push it over and it like releases. Or is it like literally like our fence gate where it's a thing, you have to push it down to push it and that type of a thing?
Yeah. The second one.
The second one. How far in is it?
The
latch that you have to push down.
It's not really
like how far inside the bars? It's like a couple inches.
Yeah, probably like a wrist length.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna run and go get one of the swords off the dead guys.
The swords are similar in make to the bars, and you recall that they were dealing lots of extra fire damage to you guys. And you notice the entire...
But is the hilt the same?
Yeah, the entire thing is glowing with the same effect, almost as if it's one big rod.
All right, well, since I'm sure he's probably like death gripping his sword, I'll take his arm with me. So it's an arm holding a sword.
You're going to cut off his arm?
Yes,
Okay.
I am. So Mix just sees me like dragging this like giant red hot poker sword coming down.
In a creature's arm.
Yeah, I was like, here, we can use this. So we can just like finagle it, because now we've got his hand to hold onto the sword, so we're not going to burn ourselves. And we just put the sword in there, pop the lock, and push.
Rami never to put you guys in like a Saw type campaign, because you will always choose the most grisly, horrific path possible. Like, yeah,
I cut off my pinky and you cut off your big toe.
Whose limbs do I
Why
have to
do we need
chop
to do either
off?
one of those things?
Because I mean, here's the thing: if we put like this much of a sword in to pop the lock, and then we just push once the lock is popped,
so
the door will open.
So if you can pop it with using the leverage of that sword and the salamander arm.
Yeah.
My mage hand, which didn't have enough strength, I think I tried this earlier, and you said that it didn't have enough strength to actually pop the lock.
Yeah.
My mage hand could then just push it open, as long as you can like, get enough leverage to get that thing up.
Oh, I can get enough leverage.
Okay, well, bring that severed arm over here.
Yeah.
Yep. Because it's gonna be a full-on like karate chop here.
All right. Taking that arm. Give me a. It's gonna be a very awkward strength check. to hold an arm holding a sword and then using that as a pulley, I guess, or a
Well,
like a jack.
well, you just said it was a lock that we had to pop down and then push to get the door to unlock.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you what kind of lock it was. So I'm just using the sword to push it down, and he's going to use his mage hand to push.
Okay.
Because his mage hand couldn't do both before. So I'm just pushing down so that way the lock goes tink and he can push it open.
All right. Well, give me a strength check to try to keep from touching any part of the sword or bars, as it's still pretty awkward. You're trying to hold onto a severed arm, which is holding onto a sword.
Yeah, I'm grabbing him by the wrist, just so you know, because he's got death grip on his sword.
The rigor mortis is set in.
Yes. Whoops, hang on. I gotta click a thing. This is gonna go swimmingly. I can already tell.
Well, failure or not, I'll be ready to push that gate open.
Nice.
18.
All right. Despite the somewhat gruesome circumstance, you are able to easily take the severed arm and the weapon and place it on the latch, shove it down. And Mannix gets the mage hand, is able to get just enough leverage to kind of creak it open. You can see the hissing like coming off. Is this the top one you're doing?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right. That one is opened up.
So before we go in there, I'd like to go ahead and do the other one.
Yeah, let's do the other one. I actually am going to call up to Theron, though. It's probably best if another dwarf is the one that actually like pulls off the blindfold and is like, "Hi."
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Or a giant Allosaurus. Hi. Wait, hold on, Theron. I'm rethinking this.
I can go down to dwarf size.
Okay. Giant Allosaurus just gingerly pulls a blindfold off him.
Oh, God.
All right.
There, and you see a huddled figure, bound, gagged, blindfolded, covered in scars and burns. It looks really, really bad shape. It is an albino dwarf under all that wounds.
I'll remove the blindfold. I don't have any healing spells for him.
Okay. You remove that, and he just kind of blinks, and first he like shirks away at your touch. How do you? He just kind of shakes his head. He's not even looking at you yet.
Try to placate him. You know, I don't mean any harm, and calm down. We're here to rescue you, right?
He finally kind of blinks at you and says, "Yeah,
right.
You're a dwarf."
Yeah, basically.
You're not with the newts, then.
Well, we tried to kill each other over the past couple of minutes, I guess. But we've given them, and there's an uneasy truce between us right now. So, sort of a pause before. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hi. Here to rescue us, then. I think it's just me and Malkar down there left.
How they, what happened? How'd they get you?
I was part of City's crew in the tunnels. We were trying to come in here and either take them out or scout them. Do whatever we could. Take back our home, but they got some of us. They kept us alive, asking questions. Couldn't understand the damn things. Kept trying to point at the vault. I think they wanted inside, but we wouldn't let them.
What's in the vault?
It's all the iron and the adamantine ingots that we've made here. Fire newts, they...
How'd you know?
Good.
How'd you know they were asking questions if you couldn't understand them?
I suppose they could have just been sputtering curses at us for all I know.
Fishy. Continue.
You're a fire newt.
They use all the metals as their main currency. And they're already using our forge to make even stronger weapons. They love the fire.
What's your occupation?
We all work here in the forge, all of those dwarves. This is our
Who is your
livelihood.
father, and what does he do?
Are you good at? Is my question. What are you good at?
I was, to be truthful, I was part of the minecart team.
Ah. So you can't make weapons for us. That's what you're saying.
Is that why you're here?
You got a minecart around here?
Aye, any minecarts would be in the bay up to the north there.
Hmm.
Oh, they filled that with fire chickens.
Ah, yes, there's...
Your minecarts are gone, I'm afraid.
Watch out for their beasts. They are quite strong and smarter than you think. We found that out the hard way.
So did we.
If only you'd have come and rescued me first before fighting them.
If only.
I could have given you
Well.
precious intel.
Yeah, we tried to sneak around the back. Didn't
Kinda
work out.
worked.
You're still alive.
Worked a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, it's close.
Were you the ones that conjured that ice storm? I could think I could hear something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys can still... It's probably about ending right now, but that was definitely a big effect. You could hear it throughout the area. And it's whoosh, giant blizzard. I'd watch out about Malkar down there. He hasn't quite taken the torture as well. I fear he's gone a bit mad.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we can bring you down. Can you calm him down?
I don't know. It might take more than soothing words.
Could punch him in the
I'm
nose.
about to say, like, we got like 2 or 3 of us that would just probably like knock him out.
Whoa, whoa. We have bagpipes, guys.
All right. Well, let's go see what we need to do about him.
Kless, you can do the same thing with another strength check to see if you can keep from burning yourself while applying some sword leverage.
This is
That's good enough.
okay.
It's not a terribly difficult task. All
Oh
right.
no, I cut off an arm of a dead guy to do it.
Same situation. You see another dwarf that is bound, gagged, and blindfolded, huddled in the corner.
Dwarves, you're up.
So I'm going to suggest not removing his restraints until he's calm.
Yeah, I
Maybe
haven't talked to him
just-
first.
Yeah, just the blindfold.
I assume you've freed the other guy.
Let's say yes. We trust him, right?
He says his name is Laz Drum Thunder.
Nice name.
Laz Drum Thunder.
Drum thunder.
Hey,
You sound like you're supposed to be a part of like Sting or something.
who are you people?
We're the insane clown posse.
We're helping your tribe get their forge back.
We're your worst nightmare. And your best friend.
We're all three of those things.
That's very complicated. It sounds like. I'm sorry I asked.
Take your-
That's what
Yeah.
my relationship status says.
Did you want him to talk to the guy or Theron?
Send them both in there.
Yeah.
Theron.
Just I'll remind the other guy. Restraints stay on until he's calm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now that I'm done with the severed arm, I'm gonna walk back out over the bridge and drop it in the lava.
Yeah. It floats quite calmly in the lava, untouched.
Cool.
I'm gonna tap the dwarves. Let them know that
The dwarf shudders and makes some grunting noises.
Okay.
Do you remove any of his things?
got your friend here. We've come to try to get you out. Fire Newt's been dealt with.
So he's got a gag in his mouth. He's making sounds.
I'm gonna remove the gag.
As you do that, a second
Bite your
later,
pinky off.
yeah, he immediately starts screaming at like the top of his lungs.
I will. Right?
Can you say you're here, other dwarves?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Get his friend to acknowledge that he's there.
Yeah. He comes up and says, Malkar, it's Laz. You gotta. And he's like trying to talk to him, and the guy's just screaming. And he even tries to like put his hand on him. And the other guy immediately like shudders, like rolls away from him. And Laz just kind of looks up with like a worried expression.
I am going to take something out of my vest pocket.
You have an item for this?
I have an item for this. I'm gonna scoop something out. I'm gonna walk up to the dwarf, and his mouth is open. He's screaming.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna shove it in his mouth, close his mouth, and hold his nose till he swallows
Jesus Christ.
a big chunk of dancing monkey fruit.
Wow. All right.
Good idea.
Swallow this. You'll feel better, man. I swear.
Can you read me the description of dancing monkey fruit, please? Because it's been a while. It's been a while.
I feel like it's just evolved into it gets people high.
It gets
but
people
there's
real messed up.
Oh, what does it do? Dancing monkey fruit. Eat or drink juice. DC 14 Constitution saving throw or cosmic dance for 1 minute. Cosmic dance can't move. Disadvantage on attacks. Attackers have advantage. You dance. After it's over, you're poisoned for 1 hour.
Oh God, you poisoned him?
That's just the come down. He'll be, he's just gonna be out of it for about an hour.
You just did the like Pulp Fiction like adrenaline shot to his chest.
That's right.
Assuming you removed the blindfold at some point, you probably see his eyes roll to the back of his head, and he just kind of twitches a few times, and then this kind of euphoric smile, really, really frightening Joker smile, just spreads across his face, and he starts making like cooing noises, like Last turn's like, the hell was that?
He's feeling real good right now. He's gonna feel real shitty in about 60 seconds, but he'll be out of it. You think you can walk him back to your tribe?
I suppose it's a good thing y'all weren't trying to sneak in and try to get him woken up.
Hey, it's a good thing. That might have given us away.
Mayhap. What were you
You
asking?
can walk him back to your tribe while he's in this dazed state.
Maybe.
We generally know how far away is their tribe. Like it's down the train track some ways. But
Yeah, I think you had to go a few miles from where they were. They mentioned the newts generally don't like to go into the tunnels.
Yeah.
So the dwarves are, at this point, the dwarves had to collapse their tunnel behind them, so they had to move pretty close. So yeah, they're probably a few miles down the tunnel. It's like, I think I could try that. I might be able to bring the rest of the dwarves up here if you think you've cleared some of the newts out.
I mean, yeah, I won't turn down reinforcements, right?
It's only fitting we try to take back our home.
Yeah, and by then maybe we'll be dealing with the last of the. Who knows?
Thank you for helping me. And for
I'll give him the rest of that one because I just scooped up like a handful. I'll give him
Okay.
the rest of that dancing monkey fruit.
okay.
So, if he starts acting up again at any point, you can give him another dose, but don't overdo it, and don't take any yourself.
Are you
Just say no.
Are you a doctor then, sir?
I'm prescribing it. Out of the back of my Chevy.
Oh, I'm no doctor.
Oh God.
You're gonna want to take 3 of these.
Go
Not
in
at
the
night.
morning.
Never at night.
Dr.
Say
Mannix.
no, you might die.
Yeah. You might. It's always a risk, right?
Well, probably be honest with them about what happened with the last two.
Don't tell them about that. We don't know they died. Oh yeah, you mean the actual dwarves who just died? Yeah. No, yeah, they definitely died.
There you have it. Some of your kin helped us out. Didn't make it.
I think all the
Tell your leader. Maybe it will spur them to righteous vengeance.
Yeah, I don't recommend tag along with us. I'd go back if I were you.
Up
to you.
That sounds like a good idea to me. And you notice he's really like exhausted and wounded and everything else. He looks like he's got nothing. I've spent the better part of a week wanting to die. Now you've all given me a chance to live. I won't soon forget it. He kind of sets Malkar up, and Malkar's just doing this weird, like,
He's doing the cosmic dance.
He's doing the cosmic dance. Come on, Malkar. We'll be back home soon. These nice folks. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
All right, they disappear down the tunnels.
Why don't we hole up in one of these prison cells and short rest?
Stinks of it's in better condition than the piles of bodies back there for sure.
Piles of dead fire newts.
Yes.
I might take the fire newt bodies over cell that's had dwarves trapped in them for a week, and I'm pretty sure I don't see a little chamber pot anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, we're close enough to we know there's nothing dangerous behind us, right? We can just sort of hang out in this tracks.
I mean, there'll be an Allosaurus there for about an hour.
That's right.
Is that how long they
That's
last?
all we need.
Yes.
Can you concentrate on a spell while resting?
I assume
Sounds like
so.
a question for the DM.
I'm
I would
always going to
think
rule in
so,
favor of
because
me.
you're not. Well, I mean, you're not taking any damage. You're healing yourself from damage. So you'd be able to focus on something and there wouldn't really be anything to break your concentration at that point.
Yoel can short rest. I'm looking that up.
Gonna roll a hit dice. Hit
Yes,
dice.
I also will
You
roll some hit dice.
get. What level are we? One extra
Six.
1d6.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Is that per or just once?
I think it's just once per rest.
One. Yeah. Anyone rolling hit die, so you have to roll hit die to get that.
All right. Sounds like you can indeed concentrate while short resting. So many hit die rolls.
I cannot
yep.
keep track of my numbers.
Where's mine?
Just scroll up a little bit. 12, 15.
Wait, you roll the hit dice or just like a D8?
You can hit the hit dice button and it'll do all the math for you. It adds your bonus that you get, your con bonus.
Excellent hit die roll, Mr. Mannix.
Yep. One fucking hit point. It's great.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna
10
stop.
H. Okay. It's not even physically possible for me. I'll keep.
I'm gonna stop there. I'm still 4 points shy, but that'll be fine.
I do get. Where is it? I hit a spell or not? Yeah, a spell slot back, just to 1.
Mm.
Back up to 1.
I mean, if someone has a way to heal me my last 4 hit points without me having to roll another dice, that'd be great.
I can't even remember. Have I used my frog figurine? No,
I don't know what.
I have it on the map. So I thought you did, but
I thought, yeah, it's been.
was it in the Mephit fight?
No, I wasn't in the Mephit fight. But
That was just
we
me and
we
Reese.
technically haven't long rest. Well, where did long rest last?
In
Well, I don't know if it's been a day.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
We long rest after the spiders.
Yeah.
I don't think I've used it since then.
I'm gonna work my way back up.
Yeah. It's all back. All right. Is my owl, the owl source disappear?
Yeah, so you're out. Can you
Oh no, my owl.
Can you
sitting
maintain
on his
sight
shoulder.
during the short rest? Or no?
Let's take a look and see. So I assume as long as I'm not trying to physically do anything with my body, but let's check. I should break this out into paragraphs. This is a big block of text. You can use as an action. You can see through your familiar's eyes and ears. During this time, you are deaf and blind with regard to your own sense. As an action, you can temporarily yeah, that's all it says. So it doesn't say that you have to like concentrate on it. I'm just deaf and blind while it's happening.
But doesn't short
So
rest so
someone
you
try a
can't be
rope
doing any like activities?
Well, being deaf and blind is pretty much the definition of not doing activities.
Whoa, people that are deaf and blind can still do.
I know that was insensitive, actually. In hindsight, I take that back. To all the deaf and blind people out there, I apologize. You do plenty of activities.
Well, I mean, I just think that the act of projecting your mind into the owl is the strenuous activity.
I mean, that's up to interpretation. I would classify my body as not doing anything. It's like at that point, it's more like is the owl doing activity?
Okay, so the whole time you're short resting, you're looking through the owl, or you're doing
Yeah,
the mind meld.
I'm just sitting on the railroad floor,
Okay.
leaned up against a wall.
So what you see, the Allosaurus. What did you last tell the Allosaurus, or what did you have instructions for it?
I don't remember what I told him. I think it was just like sort of go out there menacingly or something.
Okay.
I don't know if I told it to kill anything.
Okay.
If it doesn't have any other instructions, it sort of hangs out.
Okay. Yeah, it was hanging out that area, but the fire newts and especially the warlocks just continued to pelt it with fire, and it was almost like that sad scene of like an animal like pacing around as things get thrown at it. Yeah.
Okay. It does defend itself.
Okay. Unless it lacked ranged capabilities to actually reach them through. It either had to step through lava or smash through a door. But it did, you note that none of the fire newts came out. None of them advanced through the door because they did not want to come out and fuck with that thing. So that is what Manic sees through the owl, is that they're just trying to do, basically like they have holed themselves up in this area, and they've got like this, like they've got their firebolt, hands, like, covering like the windows of this building essentially. And they are all eyes on the area of the smelter trying to look out. But they have not exited this area. And you can tell there's just the one door that you can see, which is on this northern side of the smelter room.
Right. I wonder if we can come around the back, like go back the way we first came in and go to the east side and see if we can come in behind him.
You mean up the middle where Theron almost bit it?
Yes, generally speaking. Or no, I mean like back on the east side where the Mephit cave was. Go up there, but instead of ducking into the caves like we did, we could just sort of go into the buildings up there.
Was there anything left over there? I thought the only path was the path that we took.
Oh, really? Maybe. I don't remember. All right, well, in that case, while we're short resting, I will call the owl back to me. Do some recon. To me, owl.
Come back.
Owl's going to just start flying through the tunnels.
Mannix become the Pokemon trainer of the group.
Hoot, hoot. He will fly over the lava majestically. Using the heat of the lava.
Ride the thermal
waves.
Such and such as, yes.
But he immediately sees a guard on the side.
Just flying through. Yeah, so you're flying over now the middle area of this lava river. So to your north is the smelter. This is the area you all first crossed. And this is where Theron dropped the sleet storm. Up ahead of the owl, you see the bridge that you crossed the first time, the Eastern Bridge from south to north. And now you do see one of the warlock guards riding a strider now looking out onto that bridge. You note that there's not too many of those guys left from what you can tell, though. That seems to be the only one that you can see.
Yeah, this place is kind of cleared out. There's
guard. But you do see one mounted right there, and he's furtively looking down here, trying to cover that area.
Okay, Owl will come back to me during this time.
You do recall that there was kind of a rampart section to the east of that bridge, but there wasn't a clear path to get there from that tunnel.
Right, but did it look like we could jump it? Like, does it look like there? I mean, it looks like it's only about 10 feet away.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
All right. What do you guys
We
think?
can jump it until someone rolls the failing roll on that.
The fail and just hits the edge and falls off. We only got 3 approaches. Back the way we came, which basically is where they're holed up into that big forge room. Up the middle, which basically leads to the same forge room. Or the east side where there's a guard waiting. But there's also some ramparts that might lead somewhere helpful.
I mean, we could go finish taking out what's up here because there was that door that they went through, so we don't have to stay and be out of range. And we clean that out, and then we go get the others, and then
Just a frontal assault?
Just-
Just assault
yeah.
the door that they are behind? Or
yeah.
all right, if you're comfortable with a frontal assault, you think we can take them, you go right. I'll be behind you.
I mean, we almost had them beaten before.
We did, yeah.
I just don't want us to start going down a whole different path, and then all of a sudden, any path of retreat is cut off, and we run into more people, and then we end up with that giant ass freaking fight again.
Okay, yeah.
That's my thing. I'm just like, I don't want to be surrounded all of a sudden.
All right, let's head up to the where we came from and re-assault.
2 things I will point out. One of them, several of you have glowing light sources on you. And the other thing is that you recall that this area is very open. And as I mentioned, as you saw with the Allosaurus there, they were very much watching this entire forge the whole time. They have an open window, essentially, into this smelter room.
I mean, if we want to go around, we can. It sounds like he's trying to make us go
I'm
around.
not telling you which way to go. I just want to make sure you.
You're just telling us why it's a bad idea.
Nah, I'm just saying. You need to tell me what you're gonna do, and then I'm just trying to give you as much information as I can that you would know based on your previous engagements here.
All right, well, let's at least go down this east path. That if even if we go into the big smelter room, at least we'll come in from the bottom and not from the direct opposite side. Start kind of exploring, see what we can find in terms of paths forward.
Manix, you think you see just down that tunnel another one of the guards?
Is that like a window, like a crane or something that they're peeking out of?
Yes. Well, up here, yes. I'm talking about this eastern tunnel.
Oh, in here. Okay.
Yeah.
I will motion to coalesce, make a stab motion, and down that tunnel.
Does he look like he's looking this way or looking the other way?
I
can see like
yeah. I'm gonna give you a chance to tell me what you want to do, but Manix has Wookanuts on right now, so he's pretty much got a giant neon sign. These are all dark tunnels, and some of you are walking around with bright light sources.
I would like to run up and get in the shadows to see if I can't get behind him and stab the hell out of him.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
And jump on his flightless chicken.
I'll turn off my bright light source at some point.
I should too. Yeah.
I don't know how many times the DM can remind you about this, but just saying. Just saying.
21.
All right. Let's see, I need to get rid of some of these bodies. Just keep melding with your L.
about my owl? Oh, turning off my light. Yeah.
Yeah. You said you wanted to. Did you want to turn off your light now, Gillian, or no?
Yeah, I'll turn it off.
George also had one. You guys are about to get plunged into darkness. I told you that area was dark.
Well,
it should be
Damn
a
it.
little brighter than that because of the lava light coming off and stuff like that. I
The
mean,
lava light, yeah,
ambient
you
lighting
guys
would
should be able to see up here, but not in these tunnels.
well,
Yeah,
I
a
feel
little
like I
bit.
can get a few feet forward at least, feeling onto the walls of this narrow tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
knew the
tight
direction
tunnel.
we were all
Yeah,
going.
exactly.
I can hear you rustling up ahead.
That's
I
right.
might be standing on top of one of you at this point. I don't
Trying to
really
give-
know.
I'm going to give everybody at least a little
Very
glow
subtle.
around them. Yeah. It's a pain in the ass to actually have straight up zero light. Everybody can get like 5 feet of dim. Really see your immediate surroundings. All right, class, with a stealth of 21, you can absolutely roll up to this mounted fire newt.
I'll just whisper to Mannix as I blend in with the shadows. When you hear him scream, come running.
Hoot. The owl replies, I do not.
You notice
Yeah,
Maddox is slumped over, having melded with the owl.
It's just dead eyes.
So I literally, as I slink up on this dude, because I know he's in like a little saddle thing on the strider there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I really want to, if I really get the attack off and I end up killing him, I want to take the reins of his strider and see if I can't like control the beast.
You want to Grand Theft Auto him?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Vehicle.
If you want to do that, you will forego your attack to essentially do a grapple maneuver. And with that, you can essentially grab and pull him down and jump onto it. I will allow that, but you will essentially use your attack action as that maneuver.
What is a grapple? Is that like a strength check or something? Like I don't grapple people. I kill people.
I mean, that's true.
Because my plan was to
George
kill
hasn't
him and take his spot on the beast.
Let me see.
Yeah, because that was my plan, was to kill him and then as his body falls off, take his spot on the saddle.
Well, that'd be two different things, because then you'd have to use an action to climb onto a larger creature if you wanted to attack him also. I think you only have the one.
I can wait a turn to do that.
Okay.
That's fine. I can wait a turn to do that.
Okay.
But I'm just telling you what my ultimate end goal will be, because I'm going to try to ride this damn thing. I want to ride a flightless chicken.
I appreciate that.
So do I get my sneak attack now? My wonderful.
Yeah, we'll do that as the surprise round here.
Okay. My wonderful, he doesn't know I'm coming, so here I come.
Mm-hmm.
Sneak attack. Sneaky assassin attack.
Go for it. $25 will hit.
For 19 damage. That was not very good.
I believe you auto crit, don't you, if you surprise him?
Yeah, I think I do. Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Let me read it again.
You try to do it every time you don't get it. This is the one time you did get it and you didn't
I
do it.
Yeah, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. So yes,
Yeah.
I need to roll all the damage again. So 3d6 plus 1d8. We'll get my dex bonus again, right?
No, just the dice.
So 19 plus. Wow, that was really
That is
bad.
awful dice.
Wow, look at
Another 8 makes.
Jeez, your auto crit assassinate was a little dulled. 27?
27. Yeah,
Okay.
27 points of damage.
Well, that is. Whoops. I just gave him negative 27.
I mean,
Shoot,
you
what
want
do I
him to be dead, that's fine by me.
Minus 27. Okay. Well, the advantage is that is massive damage, so we'll see. And yet he is going to resist the trauma. So we're gonna go into. Oops, I need to delete.
Hang on, I still got my bonus action attack.
That's true.
I can still poke him a little more.
You sure can. For your, what is it, 2 damage?
It could be more.
It could be.
To 4.
Up to 4. 17 does hit.
It's 3.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
in the middle.
All right. That warlock does look like he's in really bad shape, but now he is turning towards and beginning to bark out orders. So now I'm going to need some initiative.
Initiative.
I rolled off a 20 onto a 2.
The warlock is a 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm about to assassinate his ass again.
I'm about to ruin this whole man's career. Yep, I got real bad initiative there. Gillian gets to jump off everybody. After you see Celeste plunge your blade into this fire newt, it is still up, but it is alive and sputtering angrily.
Okay. Let's see. I probably just moved, like, how far did I move? 15 feet, maybe? 5, 10, 15, something like that. Okay. Still can't see anything.
I guess you just heard it. Yeah. You can barely make out Celeste right in front of you.
Right across the way.
Yeah.
That's me. Bad guys over here.
At this point, though, we don't need to be stealthy anymore. So probably just turn the lights back on.
Yeah, but that's also an action.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
But I can't see anything still. So let's see, where is
you should get a pair of looking nuts. These things are a free action.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
It's a man's world, you know. He's looking nuts. Make the world go round.
So Celeste, I stop and have a conversation with Celeste at this point. How many guys are up there? Is it just the one, or
Just
what's
the
going
one
on
and
there?
the one flightless chicken.
I'm just gonna come down here and just like ready an attack. I'll just ready my crossbow for when I see an enemy, because I can't get far enough and see enough to do anything.
All right, Mr. Mannix.
I can kind of sort of see, but it's only because I'm blind and the owl on my shoulder is seeing for me, so I'm not exactly in coordination mode. Would you impose any sort of advantage if I was trying to fire my hand crossbow while seeing
blind and deafened?
While seeing through the eyes of my owl on my shoulder? I feel like aiming that might be a little difficult.
Might be a little difficult.
Like right here.
Yeah. I would probably impose disadvantage on that.
I also don't have a whole lot, so I can do this far.
Whole stealth strategy just involves Celeste killing things.
Yeah. Actually, you know, I'm curious about, does it take an action for me to come out of my... Oh, or no. Okay, I guess it doesn't take an action to come out of it. All right, well then I'm gonna come out of it. Move the owl so I don't actually have. It's hard to tell when I have blind sight or dark vision when I don't. Gosh, yeah. I think I will also come right here. Well, maybe not right there. I'll come right here, and also ready a hand crossbow attack when I see.
We are so useful.
That's are you ready, Gillian? I'm ready.
If anything comes out of this tunnel, hopefully it's not Colette.
Yeah. Hey, I killed him. Pop out.
Oh god, I shot Colette. I'm gonna die.
we were so ready.
I was waiting for that to happen. Actually, when you said it's going to be at disadvantage, I was waiting for him to roll it and then roll a 1, and he'd be like,
shoot
shot
you.
Colette."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one.
My aim was dead on, but because it's the owl's eyes, I'm literally 6 inches
Just
to
the
the
sight,
left,
yeah.
so it's just right to the back of Colette.
Colette.
Mhm.
Speak
That's
of
me.
the devil.
Like, do I think like a nice like light breeze will take this guy out, or does he look a little hardier than a light breeze?
He looks like he's in real bad shape. He is slumped over, coughing out blood. He looks terrified right now.
All right. I will just use my dagger first because, you know, I can. That's my bonus action.
16 will hit.
Oops, that sneak attack's not supposed to be on there. Sorry, I did forget to unclick it. But, you know what? We'll go with it. 14. I'm good.
All right.
My mistake.
Yeah,
Okay.
you plant your dagger into his side, and he finally shudders and cries out and just slumps over dead.
Okay. Then as my action, I'm getting on the giant chicken.
So that is the climb onto a larger creature one, because this one does not look like it wants you on it.
I don't
which
care.
is
Why it has
a...
That's why it has a bridle and reins. This thing is not going to have a choice.
I will give you advantage because it does have riding equipment already on it, but it's an athletics or acrobatics check versus its acrobatics.
I will take acrobatics.
All right.
You versus the chicken.
But I will give you advantage because it is literally set up to be ridden.
28.
Beat that chicken.
I don't think so.
Gotta have at least a +9.
Chicken rolled pretty good, but yeah, it's not going to work. All right, you...
I have a +11 to acrobatics.
Yep, you shove your dagger into his side, and at the same motion, put your foot into a stirrup and shove it off and climb aboard the Strider.
I give it a little kick, and I proudly take my mount out into the open.
That's
As
gonna...
I yell, "Don't shoot!"
We're gonna shoot that. Our scripts say we're shooting the Striders. Aiming you.
Yep, Strider's coming out.
Don't shoot! All right, I'll
We have a
stop.
choice. We're no.
If you want to try to move it, that's going to require animal handling.
Okay. Do I get advantage on that too?
Not at the moment.
3.
You are still
very hard.
you're still mounted on the creature because you just kind of won that
We're
physical
still
fight.
figuring it out.
Yeah, but the actual mental battle is a little bit more difficult. You don't see. You're like, come on, go, chicken, and just kind of like. It seems very agitated at
It
you.
probably doesn't. It probably doesn't appreciate that I'm calling it a chicken, and
Right.
but I will yell out to everybody, "I'm on the chicken!"
Maddox is gonna whisper to Gillian, "Is that a euphemism for some sort of lady thing?" I'm unfamiliar with that.
Mr. Theron.
Let me ask real fast. I'm on the chicken.
What?
Well,
A chicken?
Celeste just yelled out from a dark hallway, "I'm on the chicken." So Mannix, Is I'm on the chicken a euphemism for a lady thing? Because Max, you've never heard that phrase before. Time well spent.
Yep. That is the correct response.
Oh man, that was great.
Mr. Theron.
All right.
Come into the hall. See my giant chicken.
I see it. I will cast Shillalag.
Shillalag?
I've
hurt
just
my
been
new pets.
corrected on the correct pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be ready for anything.
Bonkening. All right. The Strider is very agitated at you, Kaless.
Okay, so will I have another battle to keep me on?
Yeah. Which is it's athletics versus the climber's skill checks. I guess versus your athletics or acrobatics.
25.
Lord. Man, I'm rolling good rolls.
My
but
chicken.
Yeah, you're just kicking its ass.
Yeah. Got that,
my
like,
chicken.
what's that sport where they try to stay on the bull? Bull riding, I guess.
You nailed it. Nailed it.
Wow.
All right. So what
My
it's going to do,
It's my chicken.
it's in a rage. It is going to run this way, which
Uh-oh.
could or could not trigger all of your attacks. I'll leave that up to you all, depending on what Kaless told you.
I did yell out that I was on the chicken.
She did give us a warning.
I was ready for anything.
And I mean anything.
Anything. That's right.
Now, to be fair, though, if it does run out towards you guys, I did technically achieve my goal of riding the chicken.
Yeah, if the chicken comes at us in a manner, it looks like the chicken's gonna try to pick our eyes out or something, or throw a fucking fireball at us, then yes, I'm gonna shoot it. But
You're not quite sure
Oh,
what
yeah,
it's going
no,
to do.
you're
It just seems like
perfectly
it's tearing out of there in like a pissed off, almost like a bull riding thing where it's like pissed off trying to like shake her off, but it already did the check, so it's not
All
able
right,
to
well,
do that, so it's just running, but
in that case, I won't fire, just out of like more of a curiosity of what Kaless is gonna do on the back of this.
it's still running towards you all and practically tramples over, but doesn't, which means it could incur attacks of opportunity from Gillian and Mannix as it rounds the bend and you begin to see it running towards the lava. Now, do you wish to...
Bye, Kaless.
Watch it. Yeah, watch it play out.
Let's see where this goes.
If it jumps towards the lava, my ass is jumping off.
You could do that on your turn.
Uh-huh.
Do any of the rest of you
Alright,
react
check.
when this is happening? Like,
I'm gonna stab it. Why are we not attacking it?
Yeah, let's stab
stab
it. It seems like it's on a suicide mission.
Well, I'll crossbow attack actually. Wait, do I
Okay.
still get my bonus like thingy for like if it's an attack of opportunity, like my crossbow expert thing where I can take the other one as a bonus action?
so you held your
There's a lot of
action
words.
first.
Yeah.
So you can get that action off, and it's also triggering an attack of opportunity, so you could spend your reaction to attack it. It basically moved in view. You guys were already trained. You basically held your action to shoot at it when it comes, and you can still do that if you want. And then it's also
do I-
running past / next to you and Mannix specifically, so you both could also use your reaction to do an attack of opportunity.
Well, so then do I get 3 attacks? Because my prepared attack is the crossbow, right? And then if my attack of opportunity is my melee attack, my crossbow expert feat lets me take a bonus action of taking a crossbow attack. Does that make sense? Crossbow rapier crossbow?
Yes, but I don't think you can do bonus action stuff on a reaction.
That's the question that I.
But can she do it if
think
she held her action? That's what I'm wondering.
That's the question.
Yeah.
I'm okay with just taking my 2 actions, but
I don't know the
food for
answer.
thought, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
It is.
All right, well,
Uh,
I will also take both.
13 does not quite hit the Strider.
Will a 25 hit?
Sure will. Killian reaches up and stabs it in the chest. 9. All right. Same to you, Manix. You can do the reaction Overwatch shot as well as the attack of opportunity. 18 will hit. 7.
I'll put sneak attack on the rapier.
12.
Probably not gonna hit.
Not quite. I don't think it came within melee range of Theron.
Just barrel between the two of us.
Yeah. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 40. It leaps into the lava.
Backlash.
It's been fun. Y'all have a good rest of campaign. I got to ride the chicken. That's all
You got
that
to ride the
matters.
chicken.
Kalez,
But at what cost?
but at what cost? Give me an athletics check to attempt to use the chicken as a temporary floating island without falling off into the lava at the moment. In other words, you're staying
It
mounted.
already- How high up were we? Were we only like 3 feet above the lava or something?
This is about a 10-foot drop right here.
Okay.
So it jumps, it ran and jumped into the lava, and this is your, what did I say?
Acrobatics.
Yeah, to stay on, or no, athletics.
Damn it.
Because you're hanging, you're literally hanging on strength-wise to, like, the neck or legs clamped around, whatever you want to call it.
Oh no, if all right, so he's just standing on the lava, so he's not sinking into it.
He's
Quite slowly.
Yeah, he's jumped into the lava, so this is you just hanging on when it's jumping into the lava, basically, to let you continue hanging on to it rather than falling off of it.
Wouldn't that be more like a dex check or something? Oh well.
I'd always prefer a dex check.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the main story with the rogues. All right, nailing these strength checks again.
Yeah.
All right, so currently you are on a lizard. It's kind of doing the thing where like you can probably put your legs up in like a cross-legged position, or try to curl up into a ball and not touch lava currently. But you are on a small.
Oh no. If he's like starting to go down in the lava, I'm literally standing on his back.
He's kind of like a duck. He's got like the legs are in the lava, and then just kind of the upper part, so you can obviously
So is
stay
he
on the back.
So is he floating or is he literally sinking?
Appears to be floating at the moment, and that's as far as he gets through here.
Okay.
You see another one race up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and then this one drops a fireball on you guys.
I don't see that one. Can you see us?
Shoot, did I delete my fireball? I guess I deleted my fireball.
Do they have night vision? Can they even see?
They can see here, I believe. In any case, they saw you guys coming in, and the fireball will light it up pretty nicely. Damn it, I lost my fireball icon. It was a, what is it, 10-foot radius sphere, so 20 foot. So we're going to get the three of you guys, Theron, Mannix, and Gillian. Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oof.
There it is.
Great.
Ugh.
Look at those deck
None of
saves.
us made that.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
We were all staring so hard at
Yeah,
the,
to be
the
fair.
last-
Inspiration.
your newfound. Ah, there you go.
That was good use. I rolled pretty bad damage too.
Well,
Manix and Gillian, you both take 10 damage. Theron, you take 5.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Actually, not gonna.
Mr. George.
In the darkness, George's hearing has been honed.
I've been in this darkness for years.
I mean, every time I go in my shell, it's dark.
I was born in the darkness.
He hears Celeste yell out, "I'm on the chicken." And he hears Manix. That's something for lady, or whatever he said. That a euphemism for ladies. George hears the pitter patter of the strider. He hears the jump and the splash. The lava splash. Who knows?
We don't.
We're learning all kinds of new facts.
George takes off, running 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. He uses his bonus action to turn his thing into a thorn whip.
Oh my god.
And what is Celeste's AC?
You're gonna whip my drow, aren't you? You're gonna fish her to safety.
I
have an 18 AC.
Oof.
I mean, if you let me hit you, but no.
Is that a thing? Like, I willingly lower my AC.
I would give him advantage if Celeste notices George and tries to work with him to get wrapped up in the vine whip. But that's up to her.
But let's ignore that. I'm just gonna go for the strider.
Okay.
If I can pull the strider, I can pull Celeste as well.
That's
So,
true.
Going for the strider. Come on. Oh yeah.
Nice.
And I get a sneak attack because technically Celeste is on it, right?
Right into your thing. Yes.
Yeah.
That is.
Yes, you do.
That is true. It is.
So, George hooks the strider around the neck and pulls him 10 feet closer.
All right. You literally bring it closer, like beach
pull
it.
up on the shore here.
Yeah, basically. Put it right up next to where this crane is. It looks like it's
That's
pretty
only
torn
5
up
feet.
from that because it did take a lot of damage from all the attacks as it ran past.
There we go. That's it. All right.
Yeah, it can't technically occupy the same space as this crane, but just use your imagination where it's kind of curled in that area.
Just kind of pulled up again next to it.
Yeah. George, you can have a point of inspiration for that. That was awesome.
Yes.
Fishing
Fishing the
out of
dinosaur.
river.
Yes. I can't use my second hand, so I'm going to use my extra attack. I can't see over there, so I'm just going to whip him again.
Will hit. George, you actually managed to get your other whip down there, and when you're whipping it back, like jerking the whip back, it slices the creature's neck, and blood just starts pouring out, and it just lays its long neck right on the...
Realize it, but he's pulling his body towards him, and a head just flies at Manix's.
Oh, God.
I do have a question though about that statement. So is jerking the whip back a male euphemism?
You better believe it.
Oh man.
We have fun here.
Jerking the whip back.
That's right. Killing the chicken dinosaur every time. Choking the chicken, jerking the whip.
Oh man.
That's all my actions.
That was awesome.
So I'm not in the lava anymore.
You are
now?
not in the lava anymore. You have been washed up on shore.
It's very hot.
Yay. Thank you, George.
You're
Indeed.
welcome.
With the warlock, it is going to summon its flaming sphere at y'all, because that's always fun. It's going to start barking down and hoping that its allies from up there know that you guys are down here. It will put it right here, and it will slam it into Gillian as a bonus action. So Gillian, need a dexterity saving throw, please.
Since I did so well in my last one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Ah.
Oh!
Hey!
You take 3 damage.
Excellent.
And it is your turn now. Back up at the top.
Okay.
How convenient the light lights him up now.
Mm-hmm.
You fool! You've made yourself our target.
Total lack of light was our only disadvantage.
So what is the flaming ball right next to me?
Feels pretty hot. You imagine that if you end your turn next to it, it would do that damage again, or try to.
But is it like a sentient thing? Like, will it attack me? Will it have an attack of opportunity?
The fire
Why not?
regards you indifferently.
I didn't know if it was just fire or if it was like a fire
No.
monster.
I gives me some good ideas, but no, it's
Billy
just.
gets real close and like squints at the fire, like,
I can't
Hey,
What the
fire!
tell.
Hey, fire! I
are
see
you
you.
alive?
I'm onto your shit. It regards
Okay.
you warmly.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, I'm moving away, and I will I will cast Shatter as like one of my last spell slots, I think. My last level 2 spell slot. I will cast Shatter over here.
Boy,
Shattered down.
eardrums. Con save. This is the chicken. And this is the warlock. Was 7 damage.
Yeah.
He does have to maintain his concentration, which is a con save, DC 10. Oh, the flaming sphere dissipates.
Except now I can't see him to attack him.
The light is gone. He screams out and covers his ears. Mr. Mannix.
As a free action, I will light my Wookin nuts back up again.
Light those nuts up.
Yep. It was a mistake to ever put my nuts out.
You mean it was a mistake to put your nuts away?
Yeah, that's right.
That's, yep. That's what we've always said.
That's what, yep. Every time. Mistake to put my nuts away.
Let those nuts dangle wherever they want.
At the end of the night, he tells me, Eric, it was a mistake. It was a mistake to put my nuts away.
There's no reason for me to get in melee range of these guys
Sure there is.
to do my fire rapier attack that kill the fucking chicken. I will shoot my hand crossbow at the warlock. Step here. 16?
Yes.
Warlock. I actually don't get sneak attack. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I get sneak attack. Let's do this stupid thing again.
It's so stupid. Enemies have
I'm insightful fighting.
fairly bad charisma. So you make an insight check against my... Great.
Nope.
Man, it's a pretty charismatic fire newt, too.
Yeah.
All right, you've...
All right, I do get my sneak attack damage. So 12.
All right. That bolt sails into his chest, and he kind of grunts, and he points his fingers at you. Lets out
Son of a bitch, I forgot that was
a hellish rebuke.
not a hellish rebuke.
You get a dexterity saving throw, though.
Wait, what? What level is he doing that at? Some extra level?
Level 2.
Jesus, it's 18 damage.
That was... Yeah.
Lordy.
I rolled pretty good on the damage, yeah.
Yeah.
2d10 plus 1d10 plus X each other one. Yep, that's
All right.
18 fire damage. You could use your...
I will, in fact, use. Got back.
React to my reaction.
React to your reaction.
I
Absorb
counter
half
spell.
of that fire. That's right.
Alright,
Because Jesus Christ.
yeah.
And I will squeeze back onto these ramparts back here.
Hide behind the body.
That's right. I no longer want any part of this.
Glass. I'm sorry, I regret this.
Yeah, I regret everything.
So I'll walk away from my flightless with my featherless chicken.
It explodes
Yeah.
behind you. You just keep walking in calm
You
pace.
rode that chicken for like a solid 12 seconds, and it ended so poorly for that chicken.
Let's do it again. 5, 10, 15. Hi! Do, 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 do.
"21 does hit the mage, the warlock.
No. The sad part is, I don't get my sneak attack because nobody's close enough.
Mhm.
It is pretty damaged from before.
10 points of damage.
Now he is even more damaged. He appears
Okay.
to be all out of rebukes.
Well, yeah, you can only do it once per turn.
That is true. Dear Lord.
The hell? I can't click the thing because my computer's freaked out. What the hell?
Yes. A reward for the
I need
DM.
you to.
Quite the damage.
I literally can't click the damage because. Oh, thank you, George.
I can't click it either.
I don't think that worked either.
What? What is that?
No, he just
String.
moved the screen up for me. Like on my screen, you know how you can hover over and it'll tell you what you rolled. I guess at some point I did that and it's frozen on my screen. I can't
Gotcha.
get it off, so it had to move up a little bit so I could see what I
Oh.
was doing.
Well, you're welcome.
George's nonsense got it up a little bit.
Yep.
We're all mocking it. She's like, thank you. Wait, what? All right, that dagger goes right between his eyes or spine or wherever you would like it to go, but it is a killing blow.
And then I want to use the last 15 feet of my movement, and I will incur attack of opportunity to get away from the chicken.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back here.
Will attempt to bite you unsuccessfully.
I don't know. I can't see it behind this thing that's stuck on my screen. So
It's a critical fail.
Theron, it was a critical fail, yeah.
Just the one chicken now.
Just the one chicken.
Time to eat shillelagh.
Theron opens his mouth wide.
Oh, wait, no.
Why? 20 will hit.
Ooh.
For a solid 12, that is actually massive damage on that Strider. Which is going to suffer. It is going to drop to 0 hit points. You knock
Oh,
it,
boy.
cold cock it in the head.
That was a solid-
Choke you to death.
You actually shove it down his throat. Ah! Like a fucking roto-rooter.
It's a pretty solid use of a club.
Our animal-loving dwarf is just going ham on this chicken's throat. No more
He's got some
fireballs
PTSD.
out of
Yeah, I'll teach
you.
you to throw a fireball at me.
All right, nice. All right, the immediate area seems clear. Let us take a break, and we will be back in a bit. Should I read Gillian's thing now, or do you want to do it after when we come back?
When we come back.
I'll do it when we come back. All right, sounds good. All right, we are trickling back in from our break. The immediate threat has been ended. We've taken out the nearest fire newts that were in the eastern tunnel. You still notice they are covering the smelter, so you can see them peeking out and kind of watching this central room from this eastern forge area.
I will go into. I will once again take a seat and go into my owl vision and try to do some additional recon. Oh, do you want to read your thing?
Oh, I did. Thank you. Thank you. I have another character-specific poem from Jason Scott, fan of the show. This one is dedicated to Gillian, the Deepwater Diva.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Gillian Flounderson once dwelled in a domain beneath the waves. Bagpipe music from her swelled and brought her court to raves. But misfortune the Triton struck in the form of Umberlee. Her happy life was tossed amuck by the bitch queen of the sea. Her brother plotted to disappear, desiring a life of ease, and left Gillian to calm her fear, an absurd jar of griffin grease. Her missing brother seeking strange fate, Gillian blew to Chult, a land of vileness reeking, where she joined a motley crew. Gillian has potent talents. She is a crossbow crackshot. Her spells light up foes like ornaments. Her bagpipes leave them thunderstruck. She commands the water and wind, and with her psychic blades, Gillian can cleave through the mind, delivering pain in spades. On her head is a circlet bright, a fashionable crown that can also set foes alight with flames that burn them down. She can heal her allies with a word and maximize their rest, and with inspiration of a bard, she gives their exploits more zest. Her tiny hut is a strong guard, a secure sanctuary that her companions ward from anything scary. She found her brother Sibarath, and he's become her loyal flunky. For inciting Umberlee's wrath, he's now a flying monkey. Gillian sometimes shows disdain and comes off a little snobbish, but she has reason to be vain, given what she can accomplish. So to Gillian I take my bow, our diva of the deep. May you sweet harmony sow and adulation reap.
Yay.
Very nice.
That was very awesome.
I gotta stop forgetting about my flying monkey brother.
He's always a.
I think we actually used him in the last session because he can raise the spell level of one of your spells once per day.
Oh, he can? I did not remember that.
That's what we said. We thought he gave you a spell slot, but he actually empowers.
You can empower a spell once.
He raises the level of one of my spells once per day.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Monkey brother, don't forget.
Don't forget the monkey brother.
Well, that was a very excellent poem.
Yeah, that's good
Very
stuff.
well written.
Thank you, Jason.
He's doing like a deep dive. Like he's finding like
Right?
all the things we use.
These
like,
really
oh,
are
yeah.
like, yeah.
It's
I
like,
know.
oh yeah, the hut.
Oh, yeah. I
yeah.
figured
Yeah.
that circlet of blast.
Do you have a copy of her character sheet? Like, this is impressive.
Right. Yeah, exactly. All right, I believe I am reconning with flying above the lava wave.
Right. Okay.
So this is the track that you were right, Glass. This track on the side did just lead straight back to where we're at. Yeah, forget.
Yeah. And you can see. You
I'll
can
immediately turn back.
Yeah, you can see ramp. I mean, I'll let you sit there for a second. You can see the ramparts here. There's just no path on there, but it is only 10 feet from the bridge. You do know there are guards posted out here, however.
Okay. We'll turn back and start heading towards us.
But there's
I'll relay this information.
Yeah.
That there are ramparts we can just sort of hop to. They're like 10 feet from the rails to the ramparts.
Mhm.
But there are a couple of the armored sorcerer guards sitting on these ramparts. We can take them.
I mean, I'm down.
But yeah, we just got to go down this east path again, and we're back to the.
Can I sneak up on them stealthily?
Stealth is
Like
usually an
Assassin's
option.
Creed
Yeah,
style.
you guys made a little bit of noise here, but if you act quickly enough, looking up the jumping rules again because that is going to come up. Long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. So you move a number of feet up to your strength score.
So is that like the 1 or the number that we put in there?
No, the actual score itself. I think.
This rule assumes that the height of your jump doesn't matter, such as a jump across a stream or chasm. At your DM's discretion option, you must succeed on a DC 10 strength check to clear a low obstacle, such as a hedge or low wall hedge. Otherwise, you hit.
But if we run from 10 feet back, we can run whatever our strength score is. We can jump whatever our strength score is without having to make any kind of a check.
Right, which I believe you all have at least a 10 strength.
I mean, yeah.
I think everybody can jump 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe Gillian's got her jumping power ring. Yeah. So she can jump as far as she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Higher, faster, further.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, like if we can like Assassin's Creed it where I can like stealthily jump across and stab somebody, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going back down this east path?
Yes. Back down this.
Delete some of these bodies out of the way.
So many bodies.
There
on
really
the dance
is.
floor.
A lot of bodies. As you get over here,
those ramparts reach our east. There's a guard right on the other side of slightly farther down.
Colette, you kind of gauge the distance and get ready to jump, and you see kind of flittering out from underneath the bridge is that Mephit that you encountered that you had that kind of begged for his life earlier. And he just kind of waves at you with like a mischievous grin and kind of pointing to all the other fire newt bodies and just says, "Smoke."
Smoke.
It just seems to kind of fly around you for a second, and just kind of smiles, and then just settles.
I'll give it a light pat on the head, like it's doing a good job, like a good boy.
It continues to just kind of fly around you merrily.
If I have some paper, I'll throw it into the lava to make smoke.
Okay.
More smoke?
You throw some paper. Yeah, some smoke comes out of there, and it seems to fly around that and take that very happily. Smoke! It then jerks its hand over in this direction and then says, "Smoke?"
I'm assuming that's where the guy is.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at him and I'll nod.
Okay. It flies over there, and you tell me when you want to react, but it looks like it's going to fly over there and do some smoke.
So it's probably going to like just put smoke around it to make it more difficult for it to see, is what I'm thinking. So
you recall, I think you saw I'm not even sure if you actually saw what they did this or not. They can basically breathe a little bit of smoke, of like straight up smoke out of their mouth in like a little cone.
Yeah. All right. So as I see him heading that way, I'll time it where the guy's back is to me, and I'm going for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna Assassin's Creed this shit.
These fire newts start hear just that weird voice, like it sounds like an annoying voice. It's like trying to bat this thing away, and it's just kind of flying around and going smoke, 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 smoke.
My little smoke buddy. All right, so I'm going over here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a check here because it's just it's the same height,
Yeah.
and you all have at least 10 strength, as far as I know.
10 feet. Yeah. So.
Right? Does anybody not have at least 10 strength?
I have exactly 10 strength.
Do you? Okay. This is going to take all of your prowess to make this 10
That's
foot
right.
leap.
All right, and then as I land, I will go sneaky and try to get up on this guy. You want me to roll any like a stealth check or something?
Do you want to? It looks like it's going to breathe its smoke thing. Do you want to wait for it to do that first, or do you want to just sneak up before it does that?
I'll let it do that thing first, and then I'll come in as the smoke is filling the area, like the clever girl as she comes through the piping and stuff like that.
All right, so he gets a dex saving throw. All right, this thing breathes a smoky plume all around it, and immediately the fire newt starts coughing and sputtering angrily, and actually it shields its eyes, and the mephit just starts gleefully screaming, "Smoke, smoke!" So it is actually blinded currently.
Cool. And I'm assuming there's just like a billowing smoke that's like right there.
Yeah, I don't have a graphic for it, but like this kind of it was a 15-foot cone, so
yeah.
The
it's all just like billowy smoke.
Yeah, probably these like 3 squares to the left of it. I'm getting some echo effect off somebody.
So as the smoke billows, then I will just silently come up, hoping that the rest of my party is jumping across because I see some other things here and attack the warlock dude.
Go for it.
As soon as you get your surprise round in, then sure we'll.
It's always the plan. Oh my god.
So since it's a crit, do I still get to roll it again for extra damage on top of that?
Triple crit?
I don't think that's a thing.
A double crit.
Does such a thing exist?
You critted even though you go to auto crit before.
19, 20, 21.
This seems more like your
31,
damage.
35 points of damage.
All right, so this mephit blinds the fire newt warlock. It is shielding its eyes, and while it's trying to like step back and angrily say something, your blade just comes up and right up the back of its spine, and the fire newt just shudders and then falls dead. Currently, the other fire newts are just aware that there's a smoky area in here, so they're not quite. They see the mephit, they see the fire newt get blanketed in smoke, but I'm still going to give you guys a chance to do something else at the moment because they're just now reacting to the mephit itself blowing the smoke. Which looks like they're just.
I think we just got to charge.
Yeah, it was like they're just like shouting and yelling at it.
So if they're distracted, can I like run and jump and get over here for this guy?
Well, I'm gonna let the rest of the party do something else since you kind of did something here.
Okay, I'll wait.
Jump. Let's go. Darren, you're first. Jump across that gap.
I jumped.
I jump and land up there.
Catch me there.
Man, what strong muscles you have, Theron.
That's at this point, we're just running at them just as fast as we can.
Okay.
Before they realize something's happened.
Yeah.
Just jumping without any problem.
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
It's 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can all pretty much hop across. Yep. What you see right here is a chain system with like buckets that you can put things in that leads to this Eastern Rampart. A little bit of a cave action over here. This area immediately in front of Kaless is all smoky. And that's where the method just breathes smoke all throughout. So you all can kind of take advantage of this momentary confusion to essentially run up on these guys. I'll let you all guys close in basically to this smoke area, and then we'll have to start initiative from there.
I'm not gonna close in too much. I'm gonna get like maybe like here and take a crossbow shot.
Yeah. Tap the brakes on this charge a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I want to run at him, but I don't want to.
But I want to live.
Ah, damn it.
I definitely want to get in one of those buckets.
Damn it, my initiative rolls, I swear.
Wow.
That was a better one. Yeah, they really did. Terrible. I'm gonna roll for the method too. What the hell? All right. Theron is first.
Looks like.
Wow.
This is correct.
You have a 16 dex, Jesus. Theron also has a 10 strength. Some of you barely made it over that chasm. He's being real quiet over there, like, up. Cleared it just fine.
Those little dwarf legs, he's got to propel himself.
Guess what I'm doing?
It's Mighty Morphin time.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Source
leap
hopping.
across, then run and pounce on this guy.
Oh boy.
All sorts of jumping.
Yeah. Did not expect that.
Oh.
Oh man, 10's not gonna hit though. Such an
Well,
impressive
this
move.
is awkward.
You just run over there and just like kind of extend your hand to shake it. Without thinking, just an automatic reflex. It reaches out and also grasps your hand. You just shake hands very awkwardly for a second before you realize you're mortal enemies.
My shoulders and tail slump.
It was a cool start. It is. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to look up some. All right. It is going to attempt to grapple you. It says it can be no more than one size larger than you. You are one size larger than it. So it is going to use its attack roll to try and grapple you. This is a contested athletics versus...
Now, before you get too far,
Uh-huh.
this seems like a prudent time. Manix is looking at that newt going, there's no fucking way a newt is going to push an Allosaurus leg. He's going to roll a fucking 3.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
I'm not letting that happen.
All right, there's a chance Theron could roll a 1 or a 2, though.
I mean, there's a chance.
Theron, you can roll either athletics or acrobatics. There you go, or strength. All right,
Allosaurus
so
has no athletics or acrobatics.
it does have a +4 strength, though, so that will
Yep.
rebuff.
The 21, I probably didn't need to do that, but whatever.
Whatever,
thank
it
you.
was-
I did not want you to fall in love.
You gave
I don't
Theransaurus
want to fall in lava again.
the confidence to back off that, yeah. All right, Mr. George. That warlock obviously starts shouting angrily that they're here.
What are these things?
Those are the buckets on chains that I was describing a second ago.
Oh, I was on listening.
Confirmed.
It's not it.
Yep.
George is gonna take 5 steps forward, or 5 feet. I mean, just not much to do.
George has an existential crisis.
Have these things noticed us yet? Up here, number 2.
They have definitely noticed you now, yeah. Giant Allosaurus just stomped its way over to these ramparts.
George, if it's the Allosaurus looks like he can handle that thing, number 7.
Common stereotype.
That's right.
Alright, I really don't know what to do. He's gonna help the Allosaurus, I get. He's gonna pull out his Peacemaker longbow and just fire a shot at whatever the warlock.
16 will hit.
Excellent. That's what I wanted to do last time, but when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 die to try and knock him down.
Ah.
All right. Shooting
Aim
bolas
for the
out of there.
handles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot my arrows so hard.
How hard?
He has to roll greater than 14 on a strength saving throw.
What's the damage?
It will be a 9 plus the 4, so 13.
Okay. 13 damage, and then a strength save.
Oh man.
And resists and stands up. It was trying to wrestle an Allosaurus. It does take a good
Alright.
chunk of damage, though.
George will shoot him again. Quickly notches in the arrow and shoots.
Yeah.
That guy still looks tough, right? He's still got some fight in him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what's whiffed on. Just gonna try to knock him down again. Why not?
All right.
So
Take another shot.
that's our first my damage. Is 11. And dice. Just 1. But yeah, another strength saving throw, please.
Another strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Man.
Nailing these
Fucking
strength saves.
dude.
It stares you down, George, and mutters words under its breath as it points its fingers at you and rebukes you with a hellish rebuke. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I hit him for 12.
You did, yeah. He looks real fucked up.
Does this work? Saving throw against spells.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
You have advantage on this save, on this dex save.
Dexterity. Hot damn.
14 fire damage.
That's right. Okay. That's it.
All right. Smoke Mephit. Gonna try to recharge its smokiness. It does not. Instead, it just kind of plays around in the smoke. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Occasionally, like clawing at the eyeballs of this fire newt that's dead.
Oh dear.
I'll
Gillian.
pat it on the head again.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get on one of these buckets and ride it.
Okay.
So that's my plan. So I'm moving up here, and I want to jump on a bucket and ride it across and shoot the guy up here by Mannix.
Okay.
Wait, by what's your name, Theron?
Yeah. The one that turns into a
Bucket
dinosaur.
shot.
They're interchangeable in my head.
Yeah, I understand that one.
Call them Therix. What's the ship name? Or Manon, but I think that's a demon's name.
Inspector Mannix.
I like it. Bucket shot. Like you.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm doing. Do I have to do any sort of check to just like jump on and like?
No,
shoot them while I'm
no,
riding
yeah, no.
across
You
this
can
thing?
you can
Okay.
totally ride the you can ride
So then
that.
I'm just riding across it over, and then I'm just gonna shoot that guy with my crossbow.
Okay.
For a 16.
That does hit. Fun fact: had George knocked it over, you would have had disadvantage because it would have been prone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because it's ranged.
Yep. That crossbow shoots it right in the shoulder, and it kind of stumbles a bit backwards and coughs up blood. Looks like he's not long for this world.
We're blinking him to death.
Yep. Was that it?
That's it.
Mannix.
Might have to take a step forward and you know what? I think everybody else has got that sorcerer over there. I'm gonna take a shot at that other fire newt up here on the edge over here. And just for fun, let's make you roll another attack.
You son of a bitch. My charismatic. All right, yeah,
One
you
of these
can.
days I'll roll below a 20.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You are particularly good at that, and most enemies don't have very good charisma. I'm finding.
Yeah.
Warlocks surprisingly do, but that's because they need charisma for their spells.
Right. 15 hit a newt.
It will not actually. These guys are wearing the good armor. A little more heavily armored than the warlocks.
Well, take a step back then.
Class.
I'll look back at my little Mephit friend and just tell him stay. And then Inspector Gadget. Cause I'm gonna assassinate him.
I rolled a freaking 2. Jeez. Such bad initiative.
24 is
hits.
gonna hit a newt.
Indeed.
Ugh,
24?
not great damage.
24 damage
Yeah,
is
for 20.
is all right. You one hit kill this newt again. Just the one right in the side of the head. Stiffens and
then-
falls.
I'll just I'll wait here. That's it.
Okay.
I'm done. Yeah. I'm trying to see what else my cunning action allows me to do. I can't hide really.
on a
So I
balcony
guess, like-
overlooking lava.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I'll just like brace myself because I know that other newt's gonna come right for me. So it's just like bracing myself.
The newt will step up a little bit, assess the immediate situation, seeing its buddy dead and Allosaurus looming over the warlock, other warlock dead in a bunch of smoke. You all kind of spread out. It will actually do this weird like spitting motion at you, Colas, and you see a little globule of fire, like just molten fire hurling towards you. I need you to make
It spit at me.
it spits fire at you.
Spit in your general direction.
That's right. I need you to make a dex saving throw, please.
That's right, I'm a Viking. Oops.
Not
Sorry,
have
that was
advantage,
supposed to be
though.
just a normal one. Nope.
You rolled a 1
Man.
and a 20.
Wow.
So you take 11 fire damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
It was not an attack roll.
Shit.
That
Damn
was a,
it.
that was a saving throw. Good try though.
Yeah, trying to do some Pat Rothfuss bullshit.
But now it will pull back, and it will start. It pulls into this tunnel, and you hear it immediately start banging on a door and saying noises of alarm. Essentially,
Great.
we're gonna start up with Theransaurus.
Claws didn't work. Let's try biting him.
Cage mouth claws.
All right.
Or Theransaurus.
Gonna try to melt into the stone.
Oh man. The warlock did not expect to live this long.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took shots from everybody. It
Well.
is.
Almost everybody.
It is going to take the disengage action. It's gonna mutter another curse, but this appears to be an actual curse, not a spell. And then it's going to jump into the lava. Just wholeheartedly.
Great.
Just fuck off. Just jumps in. Bloop.
So he just Terminated himself?
I suppose, if you want to think of it that way, but it dives in and just treats it like water.
Yeah, I think these things are immune to fire and lava.
Yeah. He'll be back. If you will.
And he heals up.
Excellent reference, sir.
Oh, what's wrong with Raymond?
Okay.
Oh, his webcam's freaking out again.
Oh no!
We lost his webcam. This happened like 3 or 4 sessions ago. You gotta like plug and unplug your webcam or something.
I think the image of it is still in
There you go.
the chat.
A minor freak out.
Better.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's go to. I guess you're technically not in combat at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna actually take you guys out of combat.
Going around this corner. Gonna go stab the other one.
Yeah, right now you see one banging on the door, yelling an alarm.
Did you say he's too distracted to see me coming?
Yeah, he's in like full. If fight or flight, he's the needle is pointing hard towards flight. The rest of you can absolutely react to it. You're not in combat at the moment.
Okay. What's over on the east side over there? Well, I mean, we probably got bigger, but
I bet there's a way around that through this room over here.
and maybe that right north of the bridge.
Yeah.
You see a bit of a cave to the east. You also see another bridge to the north.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta kill this guy first.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, Kalles, you see doors to the north and south of you in 2 of them along. This is basically a hallway you're entering. And this looks like definitely dwarven made, all very specifically carved and cut out of this volcanic mountain. Pairs of doors to both your north and south as you go down, and then one to the west, which this fire newt is rapidly trying to like knock down and get through.
Okay. Tempted to have Manix just look down the tunnel first to make sure nothing's gonna fall on my head.
Yeah, I can do that. Investigate the tunnel for dangers. Yeah, I'll look down this hallway and attempt to investigate it. Nope, not intimidate the hallway.
I've seen bigger hallways. You're not so long. What is this? 4 doors?
4 doors. That's pathetic.
This is fucking bullshit. What kind of hallway are you? No running lights? This hallway is mollified. It is suitably intimidated. You do not see any traps or imminent dangers other than the technically fire newt in front of you. Just the doors, as I mentioned, and none of the doors seem like they are in any way out of the ordinary. If anything, they are
Okay.
extra normal doors.
Sure they are. Going in.
Can I take a crossbow shot at this newt with Glass in the hallway? It seems I don't know if I can even see the newt this side.
If I knew you were gonna do that, I'll go in like a low crouch.
Like a hulking, just fucking terrifying creature.
Crab walk.
Think more like the it's more like the chick from The Ring, so it's like the real creepy.
yeah.
doll.
It's like this like werewolf, like half paw. She's like,
Yeah.
That's why this guy is
Crossbows from the end of the hallway.
this guy is losing his mind right now. Just get the fuck out of here.
Open the door. So yeah,
Come
I'll let them take their crossbow bolts before I take mine.
Growling as you crawl on all fours. Really sell it, cuz.
Just knife between your teeth.
Yeah, I'll take a crossbow shot at the back of a fire newt.
That's what heroes do.
Yeah.
I'll shoot this fleeing creature.
He spit a globule of fire at me.
Yeah, I did.
Although it's not gonna hit him.
Mannix cannot hit a fleeing fire newt.
Nope.
He
Oh
doesn't quite
God!
do it.
Watch me miss this attack
I'm
now.
just
That's
wailing
just gonna be
somebody else.
embarrassing. Yep, there it went.
Wow.
This newt is dodging everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Who else
laughing
wants to take
too
a shot?
hard from.
Lillian, you want to take a crossbow shot at this newt?
Yes, please.
Everybody gets a shot.
You get a shot, and you get a shot, and you get a shot.
Wait, hold on. Which Newt? Is he down this hallway?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't
This
see
one right here.
anything.
Oh no.
It's so dark.
Man,
Hold on.
stand behind her.
I cast light again. Light,
Yep.
please.
Let there be light.
This
Oh,
newt really
guys,
would.
there's a Newt down here.
This newt really would be freaking out.
Yeah.
Just
Bolts
Yeah.
whizzing past his head.
shots.
Yep.
It's horrible.
Oh, a crit.
Knife
Look
blade
at
comes
that.
by. Oh my
Nice.
god. Lights
Well,
just
see, what
turn
he doesn't
on.
know is like we're just toying with him at this
Mhm.
point.
Well, are we though?
No.
At this point, we're just murdering.
All right, we're gonna start up again. This time, the door opens. There are more newts inside. This one, essentially pitches forward. Celeste, you can attack of opportunity if you want.
Hell yeah.
$21 does hit. 7. All right, give me some more initiative, please. You guys have breached the back door of this place. You can see the forge.
Oh shit! I didn't click on my token, but I had 22.2. I thought my token was selected, but it wasn't.
Okay, I'll roll it.
You want me to re-roll it?
Wait, did I just roll the same thing? 20. What'd you say you rolled? 20.
You rolled 21.
22.2.
22.2. Okay. Once again, I rolled abysmally for initiative. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's so bad. Celeste. That does give you the number 1 spot.
Okay. What could go wrong? Going up here.
Yeah,
Oh, there's bad things in this room, you guys.
Is this where all the rest of the newts went?
yeah. This looks like
Yep.
It's a forge room filled with bits of metal, basins of water, and tables for pounding out impurities. You can see a number of glittering gems can be seen sparkling amongst this back table. Obviously, fire newts seem to be holed up in here.
Can we just go like long rest for 8 hours and then come back?
Guys, I'll be back.
Newts yeah, that's why I've been shooting crossbow bolts. I'm literally like, my vest pockets are empty.
Yeah. We are in end of the dungeon mode.
27 points for this guy.
For which one? The wounded
Number
one or
one.
the one in front of you? Okay.
The one in front of me.
All right. You stand up and stab that guy in the head, and his head explodes. I believe this is
Totally unrelated,
the
but-
third one-hit kill you've done on a fire newt this session.
I'm only good for one hit. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's a good hit. That one just reels backwards. This is like you guys just breached this room. You just opened the doors. The other one fell in, and you just stabbed him in the head.
Can I try to like intimidate the others and be like, "You die," like you, and point at the dead one, and like tell them put their weapons down?
Give me a intimidation roll with advantage.
Oh, intimidation is not my strong suit, you guys.
Aaron, give her a roar after the
Oh, weight of our party. All right. How do you describe this scene playing out?
It's very like mostly like communication with the eyes, like crazy like the I look at the warlock guy, and then I instantly eyes go to the other two newts, and then I just point at that one, and then I point at them. And just like, and then like sit.
What are the rest of you doing when you see this happen?
I'll take her lead and sort of advance with the crossbow drawn, like where the cavalry riding up.
Mm-hmm.
Back up her intimidation play.
You see that other fire newt that was running past you guys start like making a whimpering sound.
And then I'll just hold up the number one finger, like you only have one chance.
Yeah. You see this door open. I guess it's already open, isn't it? And you see another fire newt emerge and says something to this one. I think Gillian's spell only lasts an hour, so I think that's worn off now. You got short rested. But they seem to be conversing for each other for a terse moment. And do you want to react to just them talking to each other for a second? You're not quite sure. You can't make it out, but they appear to be discussing some kind of tactical situation.
No, I'm just going to literally just stare at them and just like look at them and be like, make the right choice here.
I will actually yell back down the hallway, like, Theron, give us a roar, please.
I'll roar.
Give me an intimidation roll with advantage, Theron.
How scary is your roar?
Yeah.
It's medium scary.
Yep.
Scary enough.
It's pretty scary. All
Medium
right.
enough scary.
Yeah. The fire newts, the warlock finally seems to bark out some orders, and these ones actually pull back from you and lower their weapons. And this one walks up kind of to you, Kaless, tempted. Doesn't have much of a swagger, just kind of, it walks up to you like with a military professionalism, basically, like one officer to another, and attempts.
I can respect the militarism for it.
Yeah, and it says a few words and then realizes that's not going to work. And then finally it gestures to itself and its crew and then basically tries to motion that they leave alive.
I'll nod slowly and then reiterate back to them with the gesture of them here, death. And then I'll point back at that guy again to make them understand you do not come back.
Yeah. It nods and seems to bark out some orders in rapid succession. You see all the newts, despite their very worried expressions and anxious and aggravated, they all kind of fall into line, like just snap like soldiers, and they all kind of stand up straight. They actually like sheathe their weapons. And
as I see them do that, I'll also sheathe mine.
Okay.
So we have an understanding.
Okay. Yeah, they all seem to sheathe their weapons together, and then it gestures to all of them to kind of fall into a formation, and they head up.
We
Actually,
should
head up.
escort him. We should escort him to the exit that we know that doesn't lead back to the doors.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna follow
there's the tunnels
behind
that
them.
lead to the doors. There's also leads to the outside, right?
Yeah, you saw one that leads straight up to the surface.
We should take him to that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no chance of them either
Right.
fucking with the dwarves on their way out.
Yeah. Yep, that's the exit they'll be ushered out of.
Okay. There is still about, you can't see them all right now, but you count there are still about a dozen fire newts left, including several of the warlocks. Yeah, but they have no, I mean, their numbers have been whittled down. This is probably about a third of the total force that was in here. And obviously you guys have breached the doors now and we're handily killing people left and right. So the officers seem to have taken this as a sign. And these are not really bloodthirsty creatures. They don't see the need to fight to the death. So they accept being escorted out. And they all appear to be very professional about it. And just kind of like soldiers retreating. All marching in a line if you let them pass.
Yep.
Kind of so you want to lead them. We're not going to do this on Roll20 because it'll be tedious, but you can lead them to that tunnel that goes up to the surface.
Yeah, by the Mephit pit. Yeah.
Okay.
And we can bring them all out through this path because they'll have to all come out one by one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll turn my back to them and let them follow behind me.
Okay.
I am not afraid. And then I'll come out the tunnel first and just inform everyone they're leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you see our Allosaurus as the
Yeah. You all see.
Fully aware.
Yeah, you all see a dozen fire newts march past you in a very soldier-like marching order.
And I'll look at the Mephit and go, "No smoke."
Yeah.
No smoke.
If it looks sad, just kind of flies around the lava.
I'll throw some more paper in the lava.
It seems to be satisfied with that. Yep, and they all kind of leap one at a time over to the bridge, and you can kind of lead them. Are you literally like in front of them, leading them out to the surface? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, the surface is.
I'm sure it'll take them a while to get out. I'm not following them up to the surface.
Okay.
I'm just following them until they are fully in that tunnel and I can't see them with my dark vision anymore.
Okay. The lead officer, before they all start marching in, it stops and just kind of turns towards you and just ever so slightly like inclines its head in respect.
And then similar, and I'll turn my back on him again, and with the understanding that he will keep up his end, I will keep up mine, and we will go our separate ways.
Okay.
Mutual respect for achieved.
Hey, it's that militaristic training that I got as an assassin. Like, no, like meets like here.
All right, Kaless, you can have a point of inspiration for ultimately Getting them to retreat.
Saving us from killing another dozen newts.
Mhm. And since they're gone, can we just go in here and collapse and take a nice long rest?
Yeah, it'll be up to you guys because at the moment you have access to Hrakhamar without any of the albino dwarves here. So I'll leave that up to you all in terms of what you want to do here. If you want to try to find that vault that they couldn't get into, or these gems are on the floor, what you want to do. Otherwise, the albino dwarves are presumably on their way. So I will say that if you try to long rest, the dwarves will definitely make it here. If you don't and you want to try to loot the place, then we can do that.
We did, if I remember correctly, we make a deal with they would give us some sort of adventuring reward in exchange for not touching their shit, right?
Yeah. They would assist us with the creation of some magical weapons.
Right. Something like that.
Yeah.
We didn't get a hard yes out of her, but we got like.
You imagine they would be pretty appreciative of clearing this place out, yes.
Yeah.
So I mean I would stick to that. Don't fuck with their home. Because they're gonna give us stuff.
What a change of heart since last time.
They're gonna give us stuff.
So if we take a short rest while we wait for the dwarves to get here, I continuously throw little bits of paper into the lava for the smoke method.
Okay.
He's my new friend now.
He's pretty happy with that. Okay, so you guys can rest up for an hour or two, and essentially get a short rest. And you hear, or you can finally see the albino dwarves led by Sithi. Musharib is there. There's maybe half a dozen with there. You recognize Laz with them, although Malkar is not. And you realize they must have left some of them, at least back in the tunnels. Not everybody could make the trip. But they are obviously overjoyed with the events that have played out. Sithi professes her eternal gratitude for clearing out the fire newts. They are amazed that you are able to do this in a course of what amounts to like 2 hours total, basically, I think. Between like extended combat encounter and like one short rest. She says that she will be able to reward your efforts. She asks if they looted the vault at all, or if you're able to stop them from that. But you guys didn't even jack with the vault, so
as far as we could tell, they were still interrogating the dwarves, right?
Right. Yeah. That's what Laz was able to tell them too. Is they were not there for that. Yeah. One of the dwarves, so they mentioned that, normally they make adamantine armor, but none of you use heavy armor like plate mail or things. However, one of the dwarves, one that's got like some bespeckled glasses, really thick glasses on, and looks more like a kind of an engineer, goes up to you, Theron, and says, there is something special we can do for you. It's still in the prototype stages, but Musharib ensures me you'll be strong enough, since none of you seem capable of using the adamantine armor. But for you, my fellow dwarf, we can craft something for you. It's what's really on the inside that counts. So we can put the armor inside of you, so to speak. Now it this
No.
Like a hex.
Oh my god.
Put the armor in you.
Yeah,
it will not be a painless procedure, but there may be a few complications with your morphing abilities, but I guarantee you will come out stronger for it.
So, an experimental armor you're going to put inside of me.
That is
It's gonna
right.
hurt. It might have side effects.
It may have some side effects, but the power will be very great, and it will never leave you.
I can't say anything wrong with that.
Nothing can go wrong here.
Fuck it, let's do it now. All right, Theron. You you become. They strap you into a like a dwarf-sized
If you're in lava.
Iron Maiden-like suit of armor.
Great.
With holes punctured all throughout, and it's kind of back in the like forge room, and there's a bunch of dwarves around, and this one guy's like just fiddling with all these devices and dials. And there's they attach pipes connected to the holes, and you see liquid metal begin pouring through,
Oh no.
followed by these needles on the
This is how I die.
needles on the inside of the armor that begin pricking your skin in dozens of places. I would like you to make
I can't tell if you're becoming Captain America or Wolverine at this
Right.
point.
I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Boy.
If you ask him the metal again, I think he'll know the answer.
Right? Oh,
Wow.
ready.
You grit your teeth and bear it as the needles continue their onslaught. You feel liquid metal enter your body, warm at first and then rapidly chilling. Give me another Constitution saving throw, please.
Hey.
That's so
You
good.
welcome the change in your body as you feel the metal harden to your bones. The excess metal is drained only to be replaced by a torrent of scalding water that begins to seal your wounds. Give me another Constitution saving throw, please.
Wow. Theron's just ready for this.
Yeah, he is.
He's a hoss.
I've never felt so alive. I never will again.
The Iron Maiden cracks open with a hiss, and you see numerous dwarf hands hurriedly reach out to help you up. Theron, you feel your body incredibly strong and hardened at this point, although you're a little bit weakened, but you took no damage during that actual process, so you're feeling a lot better. And all the dwarves check you out. They're like, whoa, I can't believe you're feeling so good. Theron, you now possess an Adamantium Skeleton.
Awesome.
It has the following benefits.
All right.
All crits against you are treated as normal hits. You're immune to crits. You gain a permanent +1 to your armor class that persists throughout all your wild shape forms.
Oh, wow.
In addition, all unarmed or natural weapon melee attacks have +1 to attack and damage, and you deal an extra 1d6 bludgeoning damage with your hardened, skeletal, hardened hands. However, every time you wild shape, you take 2d10 psychic damage to your original form, no save allowed, due to the pain of reshaping the Adamantium Skeleton.
Oh my goodness.
Furthermore, whenever a hostile creature damages you while you are wild shaped, you must succeed on a DC 15 Wiz saving throw, or you go berserk due to the pain that resides within your skeletal form. While berserk, you must use your action to attack the nearest creature, and you must expend all of your attacks if you have the multi-attack feature. If there are multiple creatures in range, you attack them at random. If there's a creature within 60 feet that you can perceive, you move toward them, although you do not take the dash action. You are berserk until you start your turn with no creatures within 60 feet of you that you can see or hear.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's
Welcome.
amazing.
This is essentially your reward for solving your personal quest.
Whoa.
So that +1 and 1d6 bludgeoning damage, does that apply to his wild shape forms?
It does.
So you just got like adamantine Allosaurus claws.
Yeah, basically.
I know everyone's excited about this, but all I see in the future is a party KO wipe.
Mhm.
Berserk.
Berserk
No,
elves.
yeah,
Still
would-
amazing.
It can
Yep.
never be a total party wipe because there's always one Allosaurus left at the end.
Yep.
But when he finally calms down, because we're all dead, he
That's
can
right.
bring us all back to life.
The dwarves also offer you each some adamantine ingots, which are just worth some money. That's what they make. They say that, and they argue about this for a minute, but Musharib kind of pulls up for you guys in terms of they have this very precious artifact to Hrakhamar that they normally give to the overseer as more of a ceremonial item, but it's kind of their one like magic item that they have. But Musharib says that you guys have been just amazing the whole time, and really speaks up for you guys in terms of helping out and nicely shoving you in a shed, during when all this shit was going down. But this is Moradin's Gauntlet. This is a gauntlet that when you wear it, it does require attunement. You can touch or grasp fire or magical fire, though it doesn't make you resistant or immune to fire yourself. It's just that you've got obviously a gauntlet that is immune to fire, if that makes sense. So you can reach into gauntlet, you can reach into fire, grab things that are on fire, that kind of thing. It also includes 3 charges. You can expend a charge to cast the Burning Hand spell, or you can expend 2 charges to cast the Heat Metal spell. No concentration required, or you can also spend additional charges to increase the level of the spell. 1 charge equals 1 level. It is Moradin's Gauntlet.
Well, if no one wants to argue, that's more spells for me. For your wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm good. You can take it. So I do want to talk to that head dwarf lady about my smoke method, and how they are going to let it live in its little cave and feed it paper filled from the lava that burns and make sure it is well taken care of.
She really looks at you oddly and she says, "We always looked at them as pests, just almost mischievous gremlins in these areas. I can't believe one actually seems to like you."
I just look at her. I make no sound.
Yeah.
I'm literally gonna make her uneasy by just staring at her silently.
It does. Like, I guess we can.
All the while
try
I'm
that.
patting the smoke method.
Yeah, it's smoke. I guess we can let it hang around a little bit. Give it some smoke now and then.
I'll give her back 2 of the ingots that they gave me.
Okay. She says,
I'll say anytime I come back, it better be here.
Very well.
Cave.
Yeah. All right, she's gonna have its cave. But yeah, they thank you all profusely for helping them out. Musharib is willing to give each and every one of you a hug, although you can certainly rebuff him if you wish. But they are
rebuffed.
All over.
all of us rebuff in turn.
Keep them at just a little awkward handshake. And you all can finally exit Hrakhamar after a long rest, of course. You all can get a long rest here.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
Bye, Musharib. I hope your pacifism doesn't get you killed in the future. We should also tell them to watch out for those fire nudes.
Well, that's something that they mentioned to you, is that, by the way, where you're going, and I'm actually going to show you guys the map real quick before we exit. You can see the map again. She says that this valley that you're about to exit onto is pretty much contested territory between the fire newts and the dragon. But she mentions that since you guys took the dragon out, the fire newts will probably be a lot more dangerous in this area. And she says the fire newts that were in here were only a fraction of, and they were only really able to take the forge because of the fact that there was a volcanic eruption that forced the dwarves out first, and then the fire newts moved in. So they were kind of able to fortify themselves in there. So the dwarves, they say they can seal the forge up and not be a problem. But they said that this Valley of Lost Honor that you all will be exiting onto is lousy with fire newts. So she says, watch. You guys say, like, watch your back. She's like, no, watch. You guys need to watch your backs too, because they are all over this valley. But you guys can see that you are up here, and you've got a fairly straight shot across the valley to get to Omu, which is your next destination. And I believe
All right.
that will do it for this week's Tomb of Annihilation. Yay, we got done with Hrakhamar. You guys are finally out
We
of the
did.
very lengthy dungeon crawl here. Oh, and finally,
Underground for like.
you guys level up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yay!
Yep, that's your other reward. You all will get level 7 for next time. Please have that prepared.
Please, for the love of goodness, let me get something good at 7.
Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to all our wonderful fans for watching. Go to roguewatson.com for recaps, patreon.com/roguewatson if you'd like to support the channel. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week, and we will see you all next time.
Time to go berserk.
That's right.
Yes!
Berserk Alert. You know what? I was just thinking,
God.
Celeste, you just gotta hang on to your darkness. Because as long as he can't see anybody, he loses berserk. So we just
Yeah, 'cause
gotta
I can-
let him kill everyone, and then when everyone else is dead, you throw your darkness up.
Yeah.
You'll be
We're
the
cool.
Black Widow to his Hulk, basically. You
That's
gotta calm
right.
him down after.
The first time it happens, I'm totally gonna. The sun's getting real low, big guy.
That's right.
And then I'll pop darkness on his nose, whatever it is, and he will
Yeah.
be surrounded in darkness.
Yeah.
How about I just get one free team light? Then
Just let me have this guy.
Deal.
One time. Just let me have this as he's biting into us.
I'm gonna lifelong your mind.